Welcome, college football fans around the world, and of course, all of the Miami Hurricanes fans. And man, does it feel good to say that once again. It's been quite some time since we've got to get together and make one of these videos. And this week is different than any other week because this is not just game week, this is bowl week, baby. This Saturday, December 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Miami Hurricanes are taking on the Wisconsin Badgers in the Orange Bowl. And you heard that correctly, the Orange Bowl, which means this game is at Hard Rock Stadium. Alright guys, for this video, I had a lot of ideas. I mean, if you go back to past preview videos, we've flipped tables here. We've burned shirts, we've thrown toasters against the wall, and I had several ideas on how we could top those videos for this final game, for this bowl game. I contacted several people about borrowing a Badger. When that didn't work out, I thought about trying to trap my own Badger. After the third feral cat and then a skunk, I decided that, you know what, this video is going to be all business, just like this game should be. No over-the-top stuff in this video. We're just going to get down to business, and let's talk about this matchup. So without further ado, let's get into the preview video. Let's briefly talk a little bit of history between these two schools. Miami and Wisconsin have only met 4 times in the past, so they've really not played each other very much. The series is tied 2-2, and their last matchup took place back in 2009, where Miami and Wisconsin met in the Champs Sports Bowl. Wisconsin escaped with a W, 20-14. Now, going over some stats for both of these teams. This is going to be averages for both teams for their seasons, and keep in mind that this number is rounded up. I'm not doing any of that 0.4, 0.6 crap. We're going to round up, round down, whatever we need to do. So, Wisconsin, average points per game that they score comes in at 34. Miami comes in at 30. Those are two very close numbers. Points allowed against them per game, Wisconsin coming in at 13, Miami coming in at 20. Yards per game total, this includes passing and rushing yards. Wisconsin comes in at a very respectable 416, and Miami coming in at 406. Here's where it gets a little touchy for Miami. Yards allowed against them per game. Wisconsin coming in at 253. Miami coming in at 360. That's over 100 more yards per game allowed average against them. So Miami definitely has to work on keeping the yards down, especially with that Wisconsin run game. That is going to be a big deal for this game. Now, I know that I have to talk about this because Wisconsin fans are going to be on here talking some smack about this guy. Let's talk for a minute about the freshman phenom, Jonathan Taylor. If you don't know who he is, let me give you some stats on this dude. The guy amassed over 1,800 yards this season and 13 touchdowns for Wisconsin. Let me also mention that averages out to 6.8 yards per carry. 6.8 yards per carry. The dude is a freshman. He was originally 4th on Wisconsin's depth chart. Number 4. I watched tape on this guy, and I'm going to be real with all of you. Miami and Wisconsin fans both. This guy is good. Like, I'm talking real good. Miami is going to have their hands full containing this guy because dude is a beast. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I'm coming in as a Miami fan, and I'm telling you Wisconsin fans, you guys have a really good running back there. I mean, I'm just going to be honest here. And speaking of offense, Miami's offense has to be better this game if they're going to win. I mean, home field advantage does play a part in this, and I'm not going to lie, I'm happy about it. For Wisconsin, I do feel like it is a big disadvantage with this being in Hard Rock Stadium. But combined yards for Miami's last 2 games is under 500. And yes, you heard that correctly. Go back and look at the stats. Miami in 2 games, their total yardage is under 500. Now, let's flip that stat to Wisconsin, and they have over 700 yards in their last 2 games. So Miami's offense has to be better in this game. They have to start clicking, and it has to start happening early on. Coming into this game, Miami has lost 2 straight games. Both teams lost their conference championship games, which means both Wisconsin and Miami will be trying to prove that they're still the real deal. Because let's be real for a second, Wisconsin and Miami were both in the talks for the college football playoffs, and then they both went and lost their conference championship games. I will say Miami got absolutely just slammed 38-3. The Wisconsin game against Ohio State was actually much closer. So I do actually think, I'm going to be real with both sides here, Wisconsin and Miami, because I know both of you fans are here watching this. Both of these teams are for real. Wisconsin is for real, and Miami is for real. So this is going to be a real interesting matchup between these 2 teams. All right, let's talk about keys for a Miami victory in the Orange Bowl. Key number 1, the Canes have to be able to run the ball. Miami has a meager 149 rushing yards over their last 2 games. And I'm all about being positive. Obviously, I'm wearing that U on my chest here. Okay, so I'm all about being positive. I'm all about supporting the Canes. But 149 rushing yards over 2 games is absolutely pathetic. There is no excuse for that. If Miami is going to win this game, we need at least 150 yards of rushing in this game. Not over the last 2 games. We need 150 yards in this game, period. Number 2, Malik Rozier has to play better. The last 2 games, the last 2 losses don't fall on just one person. I'm more of a team guy. It falls on the team. But let's keep in mind that the ball starts in the quarterback's hands. I mean, he dictates the play. He hands off the ball. It's his job to deliver the ball, the placement. So he has to be consistent and accurate if Miami is going to win this game. And lastly, the turnover chain. That bad boy hanging up on my board, right back there. The turnover chain has to come out at least 2 times in this game, and those 2 turnovers have to generate points. Even three is better than nothing. But the 2 turnovers that must occur in this game have to generate points if Miami is going to come away with a victory. And I always like to mention, because I love the hate, the ESPN matchup predictor has Miami's win percentage chance coming in at 44.7 and Wisconsin coming in at 55.3. And keep in mind, this is home field advantage for Miami, and they still have Miami picked to lose, and I love it. It's more fuel to the fire. It gets us pumped up. We play better when we are the underdog, always. And of course, I give my score prediction for each game. In this game, it's going to be a close one, guys. Miami has had time off to rest, get their stuff together, really do some searching, and just realize what this game means for the program. But it's going to be a tight game. Wisconsin, again, is for real. Yes, I do say Wisconsin is the real deal. However, Miami comes away with a W this Saturday in the Orange Bowl, 27-24. That is 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals for Miami. Badgley will show up big for Miami in this game, and that is 3 touchdowns and 1 field goal for Wisconsin. Real talk, I like to do this at the end of every video. Real talk, Miami is going to have their hands full with this Wisconsin run game. However, if we can go through and shut down Wisconsin's running back, I don't think there's much else that they have in their pocket that they can pull out and do. You know, nothing crazy. So I think Miami contains the run game, gets a couple of turnovers, causes Jonathan Taylor to fumble early, get in his head. Hard Rock Stadium will be rocking. And I think that we take care of business. Again, it's going to be a close game. Miami is for real, and Wisconsin's for real. So this is the matchup of the real deals, the for reals, the teams that were pushed aside, that were initially in talks for the playoffs. Both teams are going to come in hungry and angry. And honestly, I couldn't be more pumped and excited for this game, because it is going to be a crazy matchup. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. This game is going to be hyped up. This is going to be one of the biggest bowl games happening in college football. And again, everyone, Wisconsin and Miami fans alike, we will be live streaming a hangout during the game, just like we do every weekend. I can't wait to hang out with all of you guys again. I've missed you guys. We've not got to upload as much with this little break in between for the bowl game. And definitely check out also, if you are a Miami fan or not, maybe, I'll leave a link in the comment section and in the description. My last video was a tutorial on how to properly throw up the U. You might be doing it the wrong way. Maybe you just need a refresher course, but I do have that video up that shows you how to properly throw up the U. And also, just a quick plug, my wife is still selling Miami Hurricanes decals on her eBay page, link in the description. All of my Miami Hurricanes family, you guys rock. A ton of you have purchased the decals from her, and it means a lot. We make them right here in-house and ship them out to you guys. But we've got the small little 2-inch ones, the 4-inch variation, and the big Mac Daddy 6-inch. I like to put this is perfect for like the back window on your vehicle. They're outdoor rated. You can put them on anything, on a tumbler vehicle. And we've got the new ones still, the Sebastians, that are available in multiple colors. So I really appreciate that, you guys purchasing those, and it just means a lot. Again, we'll be live streaming the hangout for the game, so be sure to show up to that. Wisconsin fans, you're welcome to show up. We have a lot of fun with some good, clean, just fun trash talk. So this Saturday, December 30th, Miami's going to come in, take care of business, but this game's going to be, it's going to be big, guys. It's a huge game, getting to play in the Orange Bowl. Good luck to Wisconsin. This is a big game for you guys as well, getting to play in the Orange Bowl. This is a step in the right direction for both of these programs, working towards where they want to be. And remember, guys, even Wisconsin fans, we're all one big happy college football family. But I gotta say, at the end of the day, it's always better when you get to rep the U. College football vids, peace out, guys.